All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So if you were in my live stream, you heard me say that I was going to pick up the new iPad Air, the one that's just released in 2019, and this is it. So I'm super excited to finally get this in-house. I'm going to crack it open. I got a space gray 64 gig, and not much to an unboxing with Apple. You know what it looks like. So here it is. I was really impressed with this. This is what you get in the box. You get the standard things from Apple. And if you're wondering why I decided to go with the Air, remember I already bought the Pro, but there's a long story behind the Pro. But I'll get to it. But we're gonna power this up here. Alright guys, so here we are. We have the 10.5 iPad Air for 2019. This comes in a 64 and a 256 gig model. Basically all I did was I traded my pretty much brand new 9.7 iPad and got credit for that and went toward this and used my military discount at the Apple Store and pretty much got this for less than half off. It was really good. These started at $500, I think, or $499, and I got a crazy good deal on it because that's including my military discount. So, but nonetheless, this is it, man. I've been really excited to get this, and if you're wondering why I went with this over the 11, remember I already had the 11, and the 11 was nice and everything, but I just didn't feel like it was the money for what I do on an iPad. All the iPads pretty much work the same. So I decided to get rid of my 11 a long time ago, and I went to that I got that new 9.7 iPad. Well, that one was okay once I got it, but it was okay. I just wasn't overly excited about it by going down in screen size. So I waited and waited and waited until a trade-in value appeared, and boom, here we are. Fast forward, I have the new 10.5. So this one right here has the lightning port, stereo speakers at the bottom. Obviously it has a fingerprint reader, which I'm really happy about. And then on the top here, you've got a headphone jack, which I'm really happy about. On this side here, if you flip it over, you have the volume rocker here, a camera on the back, and a power button there. You've got two microphones right here. This is, to me, one of the best purchases that you could do for an iPad if you wanted somewhat of the latest and greatest. The reason being, I'm at the Apple Store, and the lady told me the greatest news I could probably hear, even though I already felt that way anyway. She was saying, you know, if you're just really into the processing power, this has the A12, and the Pro version, the 11, has the A12X. Not much difference. Same power you're going to feel. And I was like, that's perfectly fine with me because I already had the 11, didn't feel it was so much worth the money. $800 for the 11-inch, just wasn't really feeling it at first, but nonetheless, the 11-inch is a great iPad, but I chose to stay with the fingerprint reader, something that I know is going to work. I like the 10.5. It's not too big, it's not too small, and I get a super thin frame. I mean, this is really nice. And also, for those of you who didn't listen to me before and didn't get this Crayola pencil, it works with the new iPad Air, and it works with the 6th gen iPad that I just traded into them. So this will save you money. You know, this iPad, it says that it can use the 1st gen Apple Pencil. Folks, don't spend $120 or whatever the Apple Pencils cost, because Apple is squeezing more money out of you. I've had this since it first came out. This Logitech Crayola pencil. It's got the female to charge. It lasts for a long time. And it works, like when you're doing writing and things like that, it works just the same. So this is something that you should consider. I've told you about this back when I got the 6th gen, because originally when the 6th gen came out, that is the one that it only worked with. And it was stated itself, you know, so if you bought it, it'd only work with the 6th gen, the one that I previously just turned in. So I don't have to buy a pencil because I have this pencil and it works just fine. I mean, drawing everything is perfectly fine, folks. It is fine. So pen support is there with the Apple Pencil, or you can be a smart person and buy this one for $49 or $69. It goes on sale for $49 a lot, but regular price is only $69. So if you just want some kind of pen input, this will work. I like this version right here because, again, I'm getting the processing power. It has a keyboard that's compatible, a smart keyboard and everything. And for once, I'm going to say I'm glad it has a lightning connector. That's kind of strange. So you could save yourself $300. Now, you're not going to get it for the $200 that I got it for, unless you have military and trade and all that kind of stuff. But I only paid $200 for this, which for me is a fantastic deal. Because the iPad, I don't know if I said it already, I might have, but the 9.7 that I turned in and traded into them, I got it for $240. However, that wasn't cash. I spent so much money at Best Buy, it was all cashing in my points at Best Buy. I have that much money in Best Buy that at that time to buy me an iPad. So I saved money on not getting the 11-inch one. I took that one back and just got the 9.7. And now I just use those credits. It really didn't matter what Apple gave me for the trade-in for that one because I didn't come out of any pocket any cash at the time. So they gave me a nice piece of change for it, and then I used my military, and I pretty much walked out paying $200 for this instead of $500. So this has the internals pretty much of the newer iPads. If you go to an Apple store, you know, if you want to believe that an X next to your 12 is making you get more power, so be it. I think this is one of the smartest purchases over the 11 because it has a headphone jack, it has a fingerprint reader down here, and it costs a lot less, and the performance should pretty much be almost the same, if not identical, according to Apple. The lady told me, she said, you're not going to be able to tell any difference. But that's just you. That's just my personal opinion. Having the headphone jack is important. The lightning cable, I have so many things that are lightning cable now, and Apple's not really taking advantage of the Type-C. So I have tons of Apple accessories now for the lightning cable. So I like having a fingerprint reader, you know. The front camera does 1080p, the rear camera does 1080p. So let's take a look at that before we get out of here. But this is just an unboxing of the iPad Air 2019. It's only $500, but I only paid $2 because of my circumstances or whatever. So get what you want, but I'm going to show you the cameras in this thing, and I'm going to get out of here. So I appreciate you guys joining me in the unboxing. It's your man Jay. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Wait, don't go anywhere yet. Look at these the videos. Take a look at it. All right, guys, so here's the iPad Air 2019. I'm so sorry about this one. This is the front camera. So the front and rear do 1080p at 30 frames per second. So this is pretty interesting. I'm glad that Apple has this quality of camera on their iPads. It's beating out some phones, wouldn't you say? Let's go outside. It's really gloomy out and raining, but I'm still going to take you out there, and we're going to go ahead and do the... I'm shaking. My bad. You know, I'm just holding the iPad. So, but we're going to take you outside and show you what this camera do, and even a gloomy situation. All right, guys. So here's the iPad Air. These cameras are good, man. I don't care what nobody say. I think Apple makes some of the best cameras. It's not very stable because I don't have it on a stabilizer. I'm just kind of holding it. But this is really freaking awesome, man. This is really good. It's raining out, so I'm not going to go out. But just take a look here. I mean, some people laugh at people holding up their tablets to take photos. I don't. I can focus right here. Look at that. This is actually pretty sweet, man. I think these are really good cameras on this tablet. You know, no kind of stabilization or anything. Let's zoom here. That's pretty good, man. Not the best quality, but you know what? This is good. If I needed to do a vlog or a live stream, I could do it. Anyway, that's a little bit of an extended look at the iPad Air's cameras.